Hi guys. So it's 94 degrees out here today, but I need to go in and check my bees. So we're trying to do this early today, but I don't want to go too early because then they're all there. So it's like 11 o'clock. So I think that, they'll be out for the day, but it's not so hot. They're going to be super cranky. I just need to do some checking on seeing how they're progressing with the honey super in there with the foundations. I also need to do a varroa mite check and a wax moth check. So we're going to do those really quick, see if they're growing the hive, and then we'll get out of there as fast as we can because it is super hot for me and for them. So they're going to be pretty cranky, I think. So we did a good entrance smoke. Oh, Daddy gave him some water. Then we're going to do a good under our lid smoke. Right, in a minute. Got my smoker going good this time. Sometimes I'm not patient enough to let my smoker set up all the way, but we're pretty good today. So I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to take off our top lid. Because I put the under lid back on yesterday, we have no bees up here at the moment. However, I'm guessing when I lift this, I'm hoping when I lift this lid there's going to be bees under here, but I don't know. Hard to say. Whether they're, oh, looks like they're building in there. That's good. That's good news. So we have a little bit of comb coming up under our lid. Got a few girls here. So hopefully they're building into the honey foundation. So let's see. So all I need to do is give this a little smoke. Right? And so all of this foundation in here was completely empty when I put it in. So all we're needing to look at really in here is whether they're building anything on this foundation. So there's none there. I had a hard time getting them to build on this last year too. That's why I'm a little bit concerned about it. I did spray it, I did brush it with some beeswax last year to try to encourage them to build on it. But so far, I'm really not seeing too much effort in here yet. But I keep checking them and seeing if there's any. Okay, they usually start in the middle, so if they're not building in the middle, then chances are they're not building yet. I'll check one more here. Yeah, nothing. I might have to take that out and beeswax it, but right now I don't see anything in there. So let's take this guy off carefully and down here carefully. So when you're doing this, you really want to be careful that you're not slamming your bees around. I watched a video one time of a woman. She was dropping those frames so hard, everybody online was like screaming at her, like, why are you being so mean to the bees? So this is our top box, which last inspection had a fair amount of brood, but there was some unbuilt out foundation, which I still see, which is crazy. Why are they not building this out? So you can see that in this top box, they haven't built anything out yet, right? That's the black foundation. So I don't know why that's happening, but I'll put this one over here. Room. Whoop. Sorry guys. I'm going to get the rest out. A little smoke. You don't want to over smoke your hive. They get mad when you do that. But let's have a look here and see. Nope. Oh, yeah, this one's got some comb. All right. So they're starting to build this one out. That's good. That's really what I wanted to see in this box. So you can see they're starting to build out some comb there, and it looks like it's got honey in it already. I'll pull that right up there so you all can see it. They are building some wonky comb this year, these bees. So they've got some nectar, they're starting to get some honey. You can see that, like, I don't know if you can see it in this, but you can see them kind of frantically eating that honey. That's because I smoked them. So they're upset. So they're eating. So we're just gonna put her back in. Be careful not to squish anybody. I'm gonna turn my smoker a little towards me so that sorry girls. Oh my gosh. Wow. Holy snarkies. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is so good. I'm so happy about this. I knew that this was probably going on because I could feel it. So this all looks to be capped honey. So you can see that this foundation was pretty dark when I put it in. So it's leaving dark cap on there. But let me see if I can gently swing this around so you can see the fresher foundation. So you can see here, that is all capped honey. And they're all kind of eating. And I'm pretty sure that this is all capped honey, but it might be brood. It's kind of hard for me to tell. Let me look and see if I see any eggs. I don't see any eggs, so it's hard for me to tell. It feels like honey. It's super heavy. But this on the edges is definitely honey. And you can see them all eating and eating and eating. I'm looking for some, don't see any varroa mites because that's pretty important. I don't see any evidence of mites, which is good. So we're gonna gently put this guy back in. Give him a little more smoke. Right, you don't need tons, you just need a little. They're pretty docile. This is actually a pretty docile hive. I went in here last week with very little smoke, and they were not too darn concerned about me. Again, tons of bees. Honey's starting to come in. Just looking to see if I see any eggs. Okay, I do see some eggs. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see. So this is all brood, right? A little bit of capped honey on the corners, but this is all brood. And you can see, and this is my top box. This isn't even my bottom box. So you can see it all? That's all capped brood. That's all capped babies. Same thing on this side. A little bit of capped honey in the corner, but mostly brood, which is super good. We're gonna have a ton of bees. I might even have to buy another hive, split, because this is a lot of babies coming, right? All right, this is my varroa mite trap. So we're gonna take a look. I don't see anything in there, which is good and bad. And it's hard to tell whether it's actually working or not. Right, let's get this guy picked up. Also, all brood in here. A little bit of honey. Oh, they're capping some honey on this one. Yeah, they've got this one set up for much more honey. You can see, right, where it's empty cap there. They're starting to put some honey in there. Oh, and so again, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it. But in those things you can see, in those comb, you can see larvae right in there. I'm not sure whether you're seeing it, but hopefully I got this videotaped well enough. So that's kind of cool. We have lots and lots and lots of brood. So I'm going to be done with this box because it looks really good and it looks healthy and I don't want to disturb it. Actually, maybe I'll do one more out here because I want to sort of see what my outside edge. All right, so they're starting to land on me a little, right? So when they land on you, when they bump into you, they're just kind of checking you out. When they land on you, they're looking for some trouble. So we're gonna just smoke them a little more. Keep that going. A lot of people never use smoke. I'm too uncomfortable to not use smoke. Some people use like sugar water. Yeah, so they have a whole bunch of frame out here that hasn't even been started to build on yet, but I have very little doubt that once that brood hatches, they're gonna start building that out like crazy because there's a ton of brood up here. So, excuse me girls, and put your trap back down in there. I'm gonna push this foundation back together, make sure it's super snug in there. I'm gonna put these girls back in. So I also don't see any evidence in the bottom of this box of any wax moth, which is the one thing I was inspecting for today because I don't want wax moth in there. And you can see the wax moth because they'll start to eat through the comb and leave like half-eaten comb on the bottom of the box. So I'm going to go ahead and, holy cow. So this box is heavy. Very gently put it down here. And we're going to take a look at our bottom box. Now, I suspect that this is where my queen is, but I could be wrong. She could be up there because there is a lot laid up there. So it's very possible that she's up in that top box. So we're going to take a look and see what's going on down here. Girls, oh, just dropped my blade. Sucks. Good thing I'm done with it. I think. Okay. All right. So let's have a look. So here, I see some pollen in this guy. I see some capped brood, but it looks like my guess is this probably just hatched recently. Because, oh, there's some larvae on the outside edges. That's good. This guy down carefully. Smoke everybody. I'm happy. Then, whoop. Head here. And like I said, I don't need to go far. I really am just looking to make sure that there's no, there's nothing crazy going on. So we have some brood to hatch here. They have some pollen, some bee bread going here. It looks like a couple of bits of burr comb. Let me show you this because a lot of people ask questions about this. But so that little bit on the bottom there is just burr comb. It doesn't look like queen cells. Now last week when I was in here, I saw like 4 queen cells, but I don't see any today so far. Of course, I'm only 3 frames in, but still. The bottom of the box looks good. Doesn't look like I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any supersedure cells or cap cells at the bottom. So they obviously. Oh, I gotta get my crowbar. They obviously are recognizing, I guess, that they still have some room. So as long as the queen is healthy. Okay, so this one, again, lots of bees.